Okay, so we'll start by using quarter pot of water, and I prefer rain or spring water for purity. And we'll begin by trimming up our scallion leaves by taking off the dead leaves from it. Then we'll clean out the sink so we can begin washing the leaves. Wash thoroughly until clean. We don't want no dirt seen after washing. These are fresh scallion leaves straight from the soil. So we are going to bend the scallion leaves in 2 equal halves, and you can turn the knife and use the handle to beat. But you can use anything that suits you best to beat it, but I prefer using the back of my knife to beat. So when we beat, when we put the scallion leaves through the process of boiling, we'll extract all the natural flavors that will go into our sauce. So you want to beat until you start the beating board start to look a little bit wet, which shows that we are extracting the natural flavors from the scallion leaves. Turn over and beat the green leaves. I love to use natural herbs to cook. I don't use powder seasoning, just organic herbs to cook. So we are going to throw the scallion leaves in the pot. Now we'll use 3 medium-sized onions, and you can use large onions if you want, but you can use medium if you have medium onion. So peel off the outer layer of the onion. Move away the outer layer, the trash. Start by peeling off the second onion, peeling off the outer layer. Peeling off the third onion, peeling off the outer layer. Move away the trash, and then we'll start by slicing the onions. It doesn't have to be thin or thick. It can be any size you want because it's going to be boiled. And it's going to be through a long process of boiling, so it doesn't matter. So here's our sliced onion, and now we are going to add it to the pot of water along with the scallion leaves. So we are going to use, let's say 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. So we'll start by peeling off the trash. And these natural ingredients add more flavor to your food and to our sauce. So that's why we'll just use organic herbs and season and spice or seasoning. Sometimes cleaning up the garlic can take a little time, but the time it will take will be worth it. So turn the knife flat, and we are going to use it to crush our garlic. Crush by adding pressure using the palm of your hands. Apply and crush. Crush. Apply pressure to the knife and crush. You will hear this crunchy sound when crushing. Crush. Crush. We are going to add the garlic to the pot of water along with the onions and scallion. Here you can see it. Now we are going to use quarter quarter cup, of pimento seed, and pimento give it this nice, I don't know if to say minty, but it has this nice unique flavor when we add pimento seeds. So I'm going to add it to the board and use the flat part of the knife to crush, apply pressure. You will hear the pimento leaves pimento seeds cracking. And why I love to crush or slice my herbs or so is to extract all the nice flavors from it when it's going through the boiling process. So I'm going to just apply pressure, crush to get all those natural flavors from it. Here you can see it. So I'm just adding it now to the pot of water, which includes the garlic, the scallion leaves, and the onion. So I'm using here now thyme, and the thyme helps to give it this unique flavor as well. So I'm washing it clean and adding it to the pot. Using peppers that comes from my tree that I personally plant, which is red bell peppers and Scotch bonnet peppers. So I'm taking out the stem and using the fork and knife to now cut. Slicing it. And why I prefer using the fork is to avoid having the pepper on my hand, because sometimes you put your hand in your eye after you cutting the pepper and you will get burn, irritation in your eyes. So I prefer using a fork and a knife. And you can see the colorfulness of the pepper, the green and the red bell peppers and yellow Scotch bonnet peppers. These add spicy flavor and this unique taste to our sauce. Here is it. So I'm going to just add it now to the pot of water, which includes the thyme leaves, the scallion leaves, the onion and the garlic and the pimento seeds. Look at how colorful it looks. I'm using Cloves tomato ketchup. You can use any ketchup you prefer. It doesn't matter which one, but I'm using the Cloves because it has a rich texture and flavor. So stir in the ketchup, and while I'm going to stir, I want it to have the water to look red. So I'm using a gallon bottle of ketchup in this pot because it's a really big pot, so I'm making a lot of sauce. I'm now adding molasses. Molasses helps to give it this dark red color and helps to add thickness. So I'm adding one more spoon. So I've added 2 spoons already of molasses. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more spoon, which makes 3 spoons of molasses, because I want to get it to have this dark red color, which shows that enough molasses is in there when it's dark red. This is cane sugar molasses. So stir in gently until dark red. So I'm going to use Cloves vinegar and white distilled vinegar, but you can use apple cider vinegar or any vinegar of your choice. So I'm adding 1 cup of vinegar, adding 1 more cup, which makes 2. And the vinegar helps to give it a sour or unique taste, and as well to act as a natural preservative. So I'm adding 3 cups of vinegar, white distilled vinegar. Stir in gently. So here's how it should look at the end of it, colorful and has this dark red look. So we can see the peppers, the scallion leaves, the onion, the garlic and the pimento seeds. So I'm using coal fire. I can use gas, but I prefer using the coal fire because it helps to give it a good taste. Center your pot on the coal fire. set it still and firm. Look at how colorful it is, using our organic herbs and spices. So cover the pot until boiling. So I'm not going to have the cover on all the time, just until it begins boiling. So we can see here, now it's boiling, we can see the thyme leaves, all the herbs and spices boiling out, and we can see it starts to getting thick. And the coal fire boils it even faster than the gas. It's becoming thicker and thicker, so you can boil it as long as you want to, depending on how thick you want it. So the more you boil it, the thicker it becomes. We can begin to see that all the natural flavors from the thyme leaves, the scallion, all the spices and herbs, we can see that they are all being extracted because it begins to have this pale look. You can begin to smell all the natural flavors. It has this aroma that hits you from probably a mile away. It's not even finished yet, and you can see that the way it looks, you can begin using it to eat whatever you want to eat it with. So this is our final product after boiling. You can see the thickness of it. So what we'll want to do now is just start removing the leaves and the unnecessary herbs from it now, because we have extracted all the flavors from it. So I'm going to use a fork and get a dish to take out all the leaves. Taking out all the garlic, all the scallion leaves, the pimento seeds, and for a more pure or clear sauce, we can even strain. So here I've finished taking out most of the herbs. It's not perfectly taken out, but this is workable because sometimes I love to see the pepper seeds in it. So I'm using brown pan-Caribbean sugar, which is healthy brown, 100% cane sugar. And the amount that I'm using is 1 kilogram, which is approximately 2 pounds of sugar. And a cup of salt, sea salt. So I'm adding in the sea salt using a tablespoon, stir in. But it doesn't have to be any specific amount of salt, like say 3 or 4 spoons of salt. I'm just adding the salt according to the taste that I want. Some people love theirs not having too much salt, or whatever way you want it, you can just add the salt and taste as you go along to get the right taste that you want. So I'm just going to taste and to see if I have the right amount of salt, and not too salt either. Too much salt is not good for the pressure, but just the right balance. I'm going to try and see if it's okay now. Yes, it's okay, so I'm just going to add the brown 100% cane sugar. And I want to add the sugar while it's still hot to help dissolve the sugar quicker. So stir. I'm going to taste it to see if it's too sweet or fresh. No, it's fresh, so I'm adding more sugar. Adding just a pinch of salt again to bring up the flavor, along with the sugar, so I'm stirring in. I'm going to taste it now to see if it's perfect. Yes, I'm beginning to taste all the flavors. So here is our end product. 100% natural organic barbecue sauce, which can eat with just about anything. Thick, has this strong aroma of organic herbs and spices.